Speaking of Asmongold, let's check out. This is the cultural shift I've been waiting for. We've all been waiting for, dude. Let's go.
Okay, we're not going to watch the whole thing, obviously, because it's really kind of long. But this is basically where people have been losing their minds. People have been out of their fucking mind about this, furious at this, like, so mad.
I love it.
We played a little while ago. God, people are freaking being annoying in my chat.
I don't love what happened to Imaru, and I don't love what Mizkif did, but everything else around it, I'm fucking eating it up, man.
Sorry now.
Why?
Diabolical.
They just like be going on
What are they saying, Vanilla?
That about the homophobic jokes. They're like, but then you just if you still hang out with someone like that, then you just support it.
So basically what happened is that QTCinderella said that she would hang out with people that were in phase because—
Dude, this is what happens when you pander to these people, man. Don't pander to that crowd. They painted themselves into a box.
As the people that are in phase are, you know, like they said, yeah, they make homophobic jokes, but they don't do that around me. And also, like, you know, how can you change somebody and make somebody see your point of view if you just always demonize them and hate them, right?
Yeah, if you demonize everybody who gets demonized, then you're gonna have nobody to collab with, and you're gonna be all alone.
So that's basically what she was saying. And like that, and this is, by the way, this is the normal opinion. That's what normal people think, right? But obviously, here's the problem: is we on the internet, bitch. So people are mad as fuck about this.
I'm not. I'm actually probably worse about it because I'm not mad, and I'm just kind of here to watch the war go down. Back when the Civil War happened, there were people up on the mountaintop that they were watching. Was it a mountaintop? It was a hill. They were watching because they didn't believe that there was going to be a civil war. And then there was a civil war. An actual battle took place in front of them, and they were surprised. But I'm the guy that's up on the hill that's watching, knowing what was about to go down, and I'm reporting on it.
And also another reason, by the way, why Cutie is hanging out with the phase people, and I like Cutie, but let's be honest, the reason why you're hanging out with them is because they got a lot of viewers.
True.
Right? You're friends with them because they're really popular.
Yep.
If they were getting like 1 or 2K viewers, you'd be talking about how bad they are. That's what I think. No, I don't know that. I don't know that, but that's what I think.
It's all about views and clout and popularity. Money.
I think that once a person, because people would levy the same criticism at people like Kai or like fucking XQC, but a lot of these people will put that aside. In my opinion, like, this is what people need to understand with like any sort of virtue signaling. This is my favorite part about it, is that it puts somebody in between the position of virtue signaling and clout, and what it reveals is that the virtue signaling only existed in service of gaining clout. And I think a lot of these viewers are starting to realize that. That's the truth. Again, maybe
I've realized this a long time ago. Long time ago. Really around COVID is when I really started to pick up on things. Just how many people were willing to lie and destroy like families and businesses because of feelings.
it's a mean thing to say.
And actually, it really started real bad in 2016, but I wasn't paying that much attention. I was kind of just off in my own world doing my own thing.
Maybe people might not want to hear that. That's a fact.
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
That's a fact. I've seen it. I've seen it. And I am at a position.
Holy shit, I'm wearing an Avatar shirt. That's funny. I did not mean to make that connection.
Position now where I just don't give a fuck. I just do not give a fuck. I will just come out and say this stuff because I think somebody needs to, because we live in such an era of inauthenticity that somebody needs to come out and say that it's real.
No, so this
and by the way, I totally support Cutie. I think she's totally right about this. But I also think that she's cultivated an audience over the years, and she's basically created...
Dude, we tried to warn these people all along, the entire time. Do not pander to the modern audience. Because as soon as you step out of line an inch, they have your head. Just be
she's
normal.
created this type of an audience. She has.
Yep. And so many
My
others.
criticism of her, but like I like her as a person. I've spoken to her multiple times. I think she's a very, very nice girl.
What I'm gonna describe, okay? And you guys can
Okay.
believe what you can believe.
I know, like I want,
Okay.
like explain it. I want you to like explain it better.
This shit, by the way, has like tens of millions of views on TikTok. Like people are losing their fucking mind on this.
I'm gonna explain
More than
it.
that.
You guys can believe what you
It's got more than that because there's so many people clipping it.
want to believe. I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say like that's not right. That's not what you like. Just because I don't act the same way you act.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to like coach me through that because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I am somebody that's like.
Yeah, you don't get to tell me what to do. And this is the reason that's the whole problem with this whole community, right? That they build is that the community that they build is fundamentally a bunch of people that want to tell you what to do.
Yep.
Hyper controlling.
They're not watching you. They think they're a part of the show. It's parasocial as fuck.
Very invasive, obnoxious, aggressive people that want to tell you what to do.
Bitch, I'm an ally. Like I
Bitch, I'm an ally. Get the fuck out of here with that.
And I know
I am
where
not
I'm at. Yeah,
homophobic.
that's where it's
Everybody
like, and I
knows
know
I'm
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic. It doesn't matter who I talk to. Like the thing is
Yeah.
like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are
No, she downplaying it. She raised as a Mormon.
Yeah, very, very different. Also, religion. Religion bad. I'm a Christian, but I'm not part of the Christian religion. I'm part of the Christian faith. And let me tell you, if you're a smart person and you're a Mormon, usually you end up not being a Mormon, but also you go the other way and just cast out all faith and religion in general.
Oh yeah.
people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family
That's
that are
really
homophobic.
religious.
There's people in my family that are transphobic.
By the way, W Mormons. Like
True.
I was not familiar with
Being a Mormon is way better than being secular.
their game until they said that they were saying prayers of the family that shut up the Mormon school. I have never met a Mormon that was not an incredibly lawful good person.
True.
I think the underwear shit they do is silly as fuck. And maybe some of that Jonathan Smith thing, I don't really believe in that. But I've never met a bad Mormon.
Like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be. I've got friends who are like flat out racist. I'm not actually racist. I think racism is funny. Not real racism. Well, I will laugh at you if you're a real racist. And that's the point.
Good qualities. They have
Joseph
good
Smith?
qualities.
Whatever.
And what's most important to get people to love other people is to
Yeah.
love them.
She right.
Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere.
Well,
If
no,
I-
it will. It will get you likes on Twitter. It'll get you a lot
Yep.
of likes on Twitter. It'll make you feel like you're a good person because you did something that matters. That's the reason why.
Make
I were to say
feel
to
like a
someone
good
who's
person.
homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick.
Wah!
Yes, I told them what they deserve. However, they aren't
Did
ever
you achieve anything?
Nope.
Did you achieve anything? Did you do anything
You just kind of rage baited them.
of value? Did you improve the situation? Did you make the world a better place? No, you didn't. You didn't do a fucking thing. You just did what made you feel good in the time that you saw. The entire internet now is built around an apparatus of people that have collectively conditioned influencers to condition them into a state of learned helplessness. All information and all news on the internet and a lot of influencer input is completely agency
Bullshit?
removed.
Oh, okay,
Everything
yeah,
is
that
because
too.
of women. Oh, women are the problem of fucking everything. No, not really. You're probably the problem. Or, oh, men are the reason for all this. Or, oh,
I'd hate to tell you this. That was a perfect pause. Everybody's the problem. It's everybody collectively. It's not one person. It's not a group of people. It's everything and everyone. The world sucks.
oh, Republicans or oh, Democrats.
People suck.
No, bro. No, the reason is that you have a lot of losers on the internet that go on the internet because they're fucking losers and they're looking for somebody that's going to tell them that they're not a loser. And it's
Yeah, if you think that you're not a loser, you're the biggest loser.
actually the only thing that they can possibly do with their
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? And they take that literal.
life, they are doing the best that they can by playing League of Legends 18 hours a day, jerking off to animals that aren't real on DeviantArt, and ordering DoorDash with their mom's credit card, living in a basement. People love to have their agency removed from them because that gives them the freedom to be nothing and to justify it. How do you know my life? I got that camera. You haven't seen it yet?
We're gonna feel accepting. They're never gonna learn how to be accepting. Like, do you understand that if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be...
Dude, we're coming around. She's coming around. Let's go. She probably actually isn't. She's just saying things to get off of her chest, but she is bright.
Exposed to why it's good to be around people that don't think like you, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's why Jesus hung out with prostitutes and tax collectors and things.
No,
Like,
I see that.
so my stepbrother is trans,
Okay.
and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns.
And does right.
So dad's an asshole. Okay, sure.
I disagree.
And
I think that he's actually good for doing that because you shouldn't allow people to be delusional.
he doesn't understand that he doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me crazy.
It's important for Satan.
And it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad,
Now, everybody says base dad. I disagree. If I had a kid that was trans, I would want to, you know, ideally, being trans and going through transition surgery would be the last line of action, right? But this is an adult brother. This is an adult.
I don't give a shit.
As a parent,
Nah.
at a certain point, you shouldn't be trying to control your adult child's life. You should respect what they want to do.
Yeah, but why lie though? Why would I lie and tell a male that that male is a female? Nope, I'm out on that.
That's it. Yeah, I would respect what my kids would want to do. Because, and the reason why is because I know people might not agree with that are in my community.
Yep.
But I would do it because that's what my parents did for me. Like they
Is Asmongold coming out to say that he used to be a woman?
they said you can do anything that you want, you can be anything that you want. If you want to go out and sell drugs,
Yeah, you don't become a dinosaur though and have your parents refer to you as a dinosaur. That's not how that fucking works. But if my kid was trans, I would constantly make jokes and I would expect them to make jokes back. And I will refuse to buy into the delusion. But at the same time, I'm not going to be a complete dick about it. I'm just going to lay it out like how it is. And I don't think that we would have children that would end up becoming trans. I think that is caused by mental derangement.
drugs, good. If you want to go out and be a lawyer, good. If you want to go out and break into people's cars and shit like that,
Those are professions, though. All that you're listing right now are professions.
good. Do whatever you want to do. We're going to support you because we're your parents and
Yeah.
we're going to do whatever we want.
Yeah, but I would think that supporting your child actually would not be buying into the derangement.
That was it. So you reinforce their mental illness? Well, no, the thing is, it's not
Not an illness, is derangement.
about reinforcing a mental illness. It's about, obviously, I wouldn't immediately say, like, my kid's 8 years old, and he's like, I like wearing a dress. I said, damn, I guess we need to get you transition surgery, right? Like, I would not agree to having that done on my child whenever they were underage. Absolutely. But whenever they're an adult, they get to make adult choices. And at the end of the day,
I disagree that that's an adult choice, though.
it would be more important for me to preserve the relationship that I had with my child than for me to uphold a viewpoint that is, to me, really inconsequential. I don't care what gender somebody thinks they are or not, because that's not what defines a human being. Like, you have, at that point, 20 years of life experience with this person. This person is you
Men should not wear women's clothing. Women should not wear men's clothing. It's very defined in the Bible.
made this person. No, of course I wouldn't throw that away over some fucking bullshit pronoun thing. Absolutely not. And by the way, that her brother hasn't either, and neither has she. The funniest thing about this is that
that's how it should be. If you're in that situation, that's how it should be. I think they are in the perfect situation, at least from what I'm hearing.
They all agree with this. They do. You're a hypocrite? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Like, I'm the only person that's not a hypocrite.
The only person ever.
Yeah, that's it. So you call your son a she? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I would do it. I wouldn't want to, like, I would go through I would say, are you sure that you feel this way? And I would try to help them get through their gender dysphoria as much as possible. I would, but at the end of the road, if nothing else works.
Yeah, if my kid was trans, they would have a good sense of humor about it, so it's not even gonna matter for me.
I would.
Go ahead, leave me hate.
I would, because it matters more to me than doing that. Like, why is chat mad? Because and this is the thing. Like, and I say this every time, right?
Yeah, this is why I don't give a shit. Like, everybody gets mad, and I'm like, well, be mad, I guess.
And so you wouldn't kneel on and cut him out? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. And the thing is, and this is an adult, by the way, too. And so the only reason I would disown my child is if they were a furry. Yeah, of course, right? Chat Dean disagreeing with Asmongold goes against his chat 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I told you I go against my chat all the time, right?
Yep, and I go against Asmongold all the time.
And why can't the son just accept dad doesn't want to call you by your pronouns, respect your elders? Of course he can do that. Like, if my dad didn't want to call me or accept me for what I was, I would also respect that as a son. So let me talk about it from a different perspective. Maybe you guys might see it from, like, maybe you guys might understand, like,
let's move on from this issue.
Microsecond. Even whenever I was approval or anything, I want to do idiotic, choose to exist until you of me dating a damn, that raise me as my. That's the real point. And so, hopefully, can you guys see now that I've explained it from both positions, where my principle is and my value system is on this?
I already knew where it was.
I think that a lot of people might have been getting it confused inside of just like the trans ideology. It's got nothing to do with that.
I think that he's got literally the same take as I do, except for he's at the end of it kind of forks off. Like, our conclusion is different.
My dad, one time, we were driving by and like there was some really, really hot black girl, and we were driving by and like I was like 20 at the time, and my dad's like, damn, you know, y'all boys is lucky now. And I said, why is that? And he says, well, back whenever I was a kid, you know, like, you know, you could really only date a white chick, but now y'all boys, you got the whole rainbow.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You got the whole color spectrum. I said, okay.
It's true, though.
Is that right? And he just said this shit just out of nowhere. And so anyway, yeah. And you know, he like...
Yeah, so, all the people who are truly racist, get the fuck out of here. All the people who pretend that everybody is racist, like me and Asmongold, and Tectone, and Nuxnor, and like all the white people that I like. If you think that we're racist, get the fuck out of here. If you're anti-racist, get the fuck out of here. Like, we do not care about the racism.
Fuck it, he like 65 or something like that at the time. And so anyway, but usually mentally ill pronoun people demand and respect or shit or threaten violence. Well, if I had my kid threatening violence on me, that's a totally different topic, right? Like now we're at...
I don't think that we are capable of having children that would be threatening violence, even if they were for some reason somehow trans.
Advancing the topic into a place that it's not. I'm talking about the principle of the language. Like, now you're adding in like a third thing. Like, obviously every personal situation's different, but like, and I'm talking about like on a principle basis. That's it. Yeah, you moving the goalpost. Now we're talking about something different.
I want to talk about something besides trans issues.
You know, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns.
Just do it.
But it does hurt him when you say the wrong ones.
Exactly.
Right.
I think it hurts to say the correct ones, you know?
Right.
And you know what the difference is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says fuck off
Yeah.
and won't talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so you can believe what you want. You guys can be. You can say that. You can say to me.
I think, by the way, if anybody thinks that this mindset is wrong, go watch this. Go watch Daryl Davis talk about it. That's a person that made a difference.
I think I did.
That's a person that made.
Oh, is that the KKK guy that he pulled people out of the KKK?
Change. Not some loser ass bitch sitting on Twitter and TikTok crying.
Yep, it is. I see it now.
Yeah, this is a fucking hero right here. Daryl Davis went and made a personal connection with multiple men who were actively in the Ku Klux Klan and allowed those people into his life and made a connection with them so strong that it made them renounce their connection with the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep.
That's American's finest? Exactly. That's an OG. He has the Klan robes off a dozen Klansmen. That's right. And these people have the audacity to go and criticize her for this. It's disgusting. It really is. Disgusting losers. He collects the hoods? Yeah.
No, you're supporting it. I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that.
Yeah.
Yep, people have fucking stupid takes. People have stupid ideas in their heads. I'm not going to stop talking to somebody for that. What I will stop talking to people for is like when they defend violence and terrorism and pedophilia, which I have cut off a few friends for that.
I'm not. I don't support it. Period. The end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
Yep.
The world is not as black as white as everyone thinks.
Exactly.
Like you guys, you can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere. It literally does not get you anywhere. Like, it's so important to, like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do. Like, as a human. It really is. But I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to...
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it because...
Yeah, you'll never be able to hang out with anybody, ever. You'll never be able to have friends, family, if you hang out with people that have different takes than you, or you think have really stupid takes, or really that you think they're kind of evil for their takes. But at the end of the day, it's just thoughts and words. Judge people by their actions.
At the end of the day,
their real life actions.
If
Those people live their whole life on the internet because they're losers. They live their whole life on the internet because they're losers. They don't have any friends. That's why they're there to begin with. They don't understand why a person might not want to do that. You have a selection bias there, right?
I'm a racist person. I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me? I'm not. They are. Yes. But how am
Was Valkyrie racist towards QT? Was Valkyrie racist? No, she told the truth, and the truth was racist. Ray was not racist. She told the truth. No, for real.
I agree. I do agree. I think it was really dumb. I think that Valkyrie's take was dumb. I think QTCinderella's take is kind of dumb. Saying she's not racist. Dude, everybody's fucking racist. Like, what are you talking about? If you can't admit that you're racist, then you're just fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded. If you walk into a gas station in the middle of nowhere and a group of black dudes in black hoodies walk in, you're probably going to be a little bit nervous. And there might not be anything wrong with these guys. I probably wouldn't be nervous, but I used to work with a lot of people that were a little thuggish, if you know what I mean, and they totally weren't. Maybe I'm incorrect in that stance. Maybe that'll end up getting me shot at a gas station or robbed or something, but haven't been yet.
No, she did. And the truth is racist. What? Explain? Sure. I think that a lot of people on these communities do hate white people. Straight up.
Yeah.
They have resentment towards white people. They don't like them.
Especially white people.
And I think the fact that Cutie said that whenever she is a white, blonde hair, blue-eyed girl, I think that did rub them the wrong way. And I think that Ray realizing that is true. I think it's the same reason why whenever Vivek Ramaswamy went out and said that we live in a culture that glamorizes...
But you also have to keep in mind that she is dating Hassan, and also she is one of those anti-racist people who talk about privilege and accepting trans people and all this pandering woke ideology bullshit. Which, by the way, I also accept trans people. I allow trans people in my community. I just don't like the trans ideology, and I don't like people who defend it. So miss me with that shit, man.
As football heroes or football captains rather than math champions, and that's not good for the national culture long term. I think that the main reason why people are mad at him saying that is because he's a fucking Indian. That's the reason why. Is because I bet if a white guy had said that, I bet it would have been received totally differently.
Donate to the Fables Folly Farm.